Liverpool's turbulent start to the season has sparked a fresh wave of debate amongst supporters, and a new development involving Arne has only added to the uncertainty. With results stalling and questions beginning to surface about the direction of the team, the latest revelation surrounding the Dutchman has left fans split on how the club should move forward. What it means for Slot and for Liverpool is now at the centre of a conversation few expected this early in the campaign. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Arne Slot finds himself under more scrutiny than at any point in his Liverpool tenure, and the financial implications of any potential decision on his future are significant. The Dutchman's position is not believed to be immediately under threat, but the growing concern around results has naturally led to conversations about what it would actually cost the club if they chose to part ways. Liverpool's start to the season has been far below expectation, with performances lacking rhythm, confidence and clarity. Supporters have grown increasingly uneasy as the numbers worsen, and the atmosphere around the club reflects a sense of frustration. As one fan comment circulating online put it, something just isn't clicking, and you can see Slot struggling for answers. The worry is not just the defeats themselves, but the manner in which they have arrived. Slot's side have lost 8 of their last 11 matches, a run few expected after the high of his debut campaign, a season that famously saw him lift the Premier League title. That achievement still grants him considerable goodwill, with many insisting he deserves more time. Others, however, fear the slump may deepen unless something drastically changes. Despite the pressure, Slot is still regarded internally as a manager with credit in the bank, and Liverpool are not believed to be rushing toward any drastic decisions. But should the situation deteriorate and a dismissal becomes unavoidable, the financial impact would be substantial. Reports in the Netherlands suggest Slot earns approximately £6.6 million per year, and with his current deal running until 2027, any severance package would be far from small. According to Dutch publication De Telegraaf, the cost of removing Slot would surpass £10 million, even before performance-related bonuses are taken into account. One source described the figure as a very large payout, emphasizing that the final sum could exceed initial estimates once all contractual obligations are considered. This reality adds another layer of complexity, especially in a period where the club is attempting to manage long-term spending carefully. Slot himself has remained calm, even philosophical, in the face of criticism. After the most recent defeat, he admitted, "We're not where we need to be. I know that, but this is a moment to work, not to panic." It is undeniably a moment for resilience, something he has not been forced to draw upon often in his managerial rise. The upcoming fixtures will shape the narrative decisively. Liverpool's next 3 Premier League games offer no straightforward opportunities. A trip to West Ham, a home meeting with newly promoted Sunderland, and a visit to Leeds United. Interspersed between these league encounters are 2 demanding Champions League ties, first against PSV Eindhoven, then against Inter Milan. It is, by every measure, a defining stretch for the 45-year-old. If Slot can stabilize results during this run, his position should remain secure heading into the new year. But the margins are shrinking and the pressure is mounting with each setback. Liverpool are not preparing for a managerial change yet. But the financial stakes, competitive demands, and recent form mean that the coming weeks could be among the most important of Slot's tenure. In other news, Liverpool target Marc Guhi has once again underlined his value with a composed and authoritative display, as the Crystal Palace defender took the opportunity to praise his teammates following their impressive 2-0 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers on Saturday. The 25-year-old, who came close to sealing a £35 million switch to Anfield on deadline day in the summer, continues to attract attention with his consistent performances at the heart of Oliver Glasner's defence. Liverpool's failure to land Guhi was not initially viewed as a major setback, especially with the England international entering the final year of his contract, raising the possibility of a free transfer next summer. However, the situation has shifted dramatically. Arne Slot's side have endured a deeply troubling defensive campaign, already conceding 20 Premier League goals. Ibrahima Konate has been at the centre of the scrutiny, struggling for form, and even being substituted by Slot during the Reds' humbling 3-0 defeat to Nottingham Forest. Virgil van Dijk, usually a pillar of stability, has also shown rare signs of hesitation, leaving Liverpool vulnerable and in search of solutions. Against that backdrop, Guhi's stock has only risen. The centre-back helped Palace record yet another clean sheet as they climb to 4th in the table, with goals from Daniel Munoz and Yeremi Pino sealing a controlled victory at Molineux. Rather than highlighting his own contribution, Guhi opted to spotlight the collective effort, posting a short but meaningful message after the match. "Well done, team," he wrote, accompanying the words with a series of action shots from the win over Wolves. Liverpool's interest is expected to reignite as the January window looms, though they are far from the only club monitoring the situation. Manchester United, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Barcelona have all been linked with potential moves, adding further intrigue to an already developing transfer story. Guhi himself has remained grounded throughout the speculation. Speaking in October, he made clear that he is not preoccupied with long-term decisions. "No, because I like to live in the present and I can't be thinking about the future at all because there is a lot of work to do. But also my future is in God's hands," he explained. "Wherever God wants me to go, I will go, but that will be taken care of at the end of the season." The defender, who rose through Chelsea's academy before becoming a mainstay at Palace, emphasized that contract uncertainty will not distract him from his primary responsibilities. He commented, "For me, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. As long as I'm playing well and helping Palace, there's definitely an opportunity for me to be here as I am today. Whether it's sorted or not, it's not really the most important thing." Guhi also reflected on the whirlwind of deadline day and the rapid rise in his profile. "Personally, I don't know if I can think that far ahead. I like to just take it step by step, and that is just focusing on the games that I have at Palace and any upcoming opportunities I have here," he said. "When deadline day happened, it was all a blur. To be honest, I'm still the same young man trying to find his feet, find his way, trying to improve. There's so many experiences I can take, not just from that, but just the games that I've had over the last 12 months or so." As Liverpool continue to search for defensive stability, Guhi's maturity, form, and upward trajectory ensure his name will remain firmly in the discussion. Whether a move materializes in January or next summer, the spotlight on him is only intensifying. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.